What is up, Twaggers? I am Brooke, and today I am joined by Warren. How you doing today, Warren?
I'm doing quite well, thanks for asking. So what do you have for us today?
Well, Warren, there are so many exciting things going on around campus this week. First things first, did you know that this week is International Education Week? International Education Week is an opportunity to celebrate the benefits of international education and exchange worldwide. It promotes programs that prepare Americans for a global environment and attract future leaders from abroad to study, learn, and exchange experiences. On November 15th at 11:30 a.m. in the E1571 E-Lounge, there will be a global lunch series. Stop by to see how Brazil is using restorative justice practice and see what we can learn from Brazil's process while consuming some Brazilian entrees. Also, on Thursday, November 16th, from 1 p.m. till 6 p.m. in the Engbretson Hall, there will be a Chinese Studies presentation and a lunch that will highlight students who participated in the China Studies program. They will present their experiences over a meal of Chinese food. These are just a few things of the many things that are happening at Governor State. We'll be hosting around campus for International Education Week. So be sure to check out some of the full list of events on our GSU website.
I know I'm definitely going to attend one of the International Education Week events this week. In other news, Wednesday, November 15th is Represent Your Club or Organization Day at the Jaguars basketball game from 5 to 9 p.m. Root on both the women's and men's basketball team while repping your organization or club. Let's see our Jaguars compete in style. If you have any questions about this event, contact k/govst.edu. Are you interested in Latin dance? Do you like to learn new dance moves? Have you ever wanted to learn how to Latin dance? If you answer yes to any of these questions, you may want to check out the Latin dance lesson on the racquetball court from 3 to 4 p.m. November 15th by the Office of International Services staff, Kara Johnson and Amy Schoenberg. They will teach you the basic steps of salsa, merengue, and bachata. For more information, please call 708-235-7157 or email Amy Schoenberg at aschoenberg@govst.edu.
Internships can play a positive role in helping students gain experience in their desired career field. Our team of reporters spoke with students and faculty about the benefits of internship. Let's take a look.
Their education and get a feel for certain career paths. We spoke with Darcie Campos, the Director of Career Services, to ask her about the benefits of internships and how students can prepare to find one.
Well, today it's really hard to be competitive in the marketplace. So an internship is going to help a student to get that competitive edge that's needed. It's almost an expectation these days, which is a little bit scary if you don't have one. That's why it's really important to prepare early. There are so many different things that students can do early on to help to prepare themselves to build out a resume so they can be more competitive in the internship process. And then we can also assist the students to find something that will tie well to their academic program. We do find that students who have internship experiences tend to do very well after graduation. Statistically, we see that internships are oftentimes tied to full-time employment, which is really exciting. So we're hoping that students will really actively engage that internship process and will think about completing at least one prior to graduation to help them to have more of a competitive edge.
Internships give students the opportunity to see different jobs in action and learn from individuals working in the field.
My internship is in the Marcom department, but I'm also partnered with Apogee. And what that means is I actually take a bunch of content from our social media platforms and I put them all together. It's called aggregation. And you're actually going to see soon, we're actually going to have the feed up with all of your guys' advertisements on it. There's been so many opportunities to learn from people on their team. Their team is full of creatives that are just out of this world, and I've been able to have one-on-one experience with them, learning writing, learning design, and learning management skills. It's all about networking. You have to connect with students on campus. You have to connect with faculty and staff and administrators. They're here to help you. They want to help you grow and to learn, and they want to make your future as bright as it could be.
For those of you considering internships, keep your eyes and ears open. Talk with your professors and check your email for updates about potential positions. Each department shares numerous opportunities for both on-campus and off-campus internships throughout the year.
Internships can be beneficial to everyone in any major. Make sure to start researching opportunities soon, as most positions are pretty competitive.
Very competitive indeed. Auditions for the Spring 28 TAP production are approaching for Colored Girls, conducted by Michelle Medvin. The auditions will be held E1577 Lounge at E Lounge on Wednesday, November 15th from 7:30 to 10 p.m. Saturday, November 18th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and Tuesday, November 28th and Wednesday, November 29th from 7:30 to 10 p.m. If you have any questions, please email Mary Wilkerson at mwilkerson@govst.edu.
I will definitely be checking that out. There's nothing better than a campus play. In similar news, on Thursday, November 16th, for International Education Week, there will be a film screening and discussion of South Korean Kae-duk Kim's film, Spring, Summer, Fall, Winter, and Spring. The story is about a young boy who travels to an isolated lake where an old Buddhist master lives on a small floating temple. This film takes you through the various stages of human life. After the screening, a discussion will be led by Suzanne Patterson, the continuing education coordinator. Popcorn will be served. This event will be held in F1622 from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Tell your family and friends. This is an open event and everyone is welcome to join the fun. If you have any questions, contact A. Schoenberg at govst.edu for more information.
Calling all male students. On November 17th, the Men's Leadership Summit begins. Keynote speaker Kevin Powell will discuss manhood in the Eggerson Hall from 10 to 3 p.m. Come join us to learn the essential elements of what it means to be a man in a leadership role. Using the musical career of Jay-Z as a backdrop, the conference theme speaks to men discovering the influence of maleness, masculinity, and manhood on their journey to be leaders. This event is hosted by the Student Life Council, so come out to be enlightened on what it takes to be a man. All conference attendees will be eligible to see Jay-Z in concert in Chicago. And if you have any questions, please contact Robert Clay at rclay@govst.edu.
Everyone knows that it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. So it's best to always be prepared for the worst. The School of Extended Learning is hosting a Heart Saver Basic Life Support Training on November 17th from 12 p.m. until 4:30 p.m. in B1241. This event is for adults who want to learn CPR for adults, children, and infants with the use of an AED and providing ventilations using a barrier device, and will take a detailed look at the steps of the chain of survival. After successful completion and by passing a written exam grade, students will be AHA certified in CPR and AED as required for many professional healthcare licenses and will receive a CPR card. You have any questions, please contact Jacqueline McKenzie at jmckenzie@govst.edu for more information.
Sounds like a beneficial event, Brooke. I'm sure everyone is looking forward to the event this week.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up after the break, Shanice will be bringing you the latest news in sports, so please stay tuned.
The Jaguar is fearless. It sees beyond the darkness and moves with silent contemplation. Through unknown places with confidence. It knows the path through chaos, shape-shifting through the hidden sun. And when the time comes, it reaches out and conquers all.
Our Governor State women's basketball team continued to show promise last Thursday when they matched up against Great Lakes Christian in a non-conference game here at home. The Jaguars defeated the GLC Crusaders 59-49, improving their record to 3-1, making this year the best start in GSU's short 3-year history. GSU scored the game's first 7 points and went up by 9 in the second period before GLC went on a 22-7 run to take a 30-24 halftime lead. Taisha Worthy's jumper with 5 minutes and 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter gave GSU the lead for good as the Crusaders were held scoreless the rest of the game. The men's basketball team traveled to Northern Indiana on Friday, November 10th, for the second time this season, where they competed in non-conference action and lost with a score of 76-68, bringing their overall record to 2 wins and 3 losses. The Trojans lead over the Jaguars wire to wire, hitting 8 three-pointers in the first half to lead by as many as 19 points before taking a 12-point cushion into halftime. In the second half, GSU outscored Taylor 34-30, closing the gap within 3 points, 60-57, with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left and a Robbie Brooks 3-point play. It was the closest the Jaguars came all night. Brooks led all scorers with 25 points, while Jalen Miller added 9 points and David Anderson had 9 rebounds. Miller and Anderson both fouled out in the final minutes. This past Saturday, November 12th, our women's basketball team hosted Grace. Unfortunately, they suffered their first home loss of the season. Grace defeated GSU in overtime, beating the Lady Jaguars 67-66 in overtime. The game featured 7 lead changes and was just the second overturned game in program history. Freshman guard Alexis Karolvik converted a pair of free throws with 4 seconds left in regulation, tying the game at 60-60. Michaela Box converted 1 of 2 free throws with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in overtime to give Grace a 1-point lead. GSU's last chance to win the game on a jump shot came up short. Karolvik finished as GSU's leading scorer, producing 19 points, including 4 3-point plays. Amber Brooks had 15 points with 13 rebounds, and Taisha Worthy also produced a double-double with 13 points and 10 rebounds. Hadia Thomas had her best game as a Jaguar with 14 points. GSU's head coach, Latasha Burrell, commented after the game, "I'm really pleased with our effort today. It was by far our best game of the season. At the same time, we still have to learn how to close out games." Come out and support the women's and men's basketball teams in a doubleheader this Wednesday, November 15th, when they face off against Trinity on their home court. The action starts at 5 p.m. for the women's team and 7 p.m. for the men's team. Also, this Saturday, November 18th, in another doubleheader, the women's and men's teams travel to Bourbonnais. The women's game starts at 1 p.m. and the men's start at 3 p.m. That wraps up this week's sports. After the break, we will sit down with Van Moody to discuss his role as a treasurer in Student Senate and find out what Student Senate is all about.
Welcome back, Twaggers. Hello, Van. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us today. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, all right. So, why do you go by Van?
So I go by Van because that's a catchy name that people can remember. So instead of me using my first name, which is Lester, I should stick to people calling me Van.
I like it, I like it. Well, let's discuss the Student Senate.
Okay.
What is it?
So Student Senate, I call it the most powerful student-led organization on any college and university. And the purpose of Student Senate is we advocate for the students internally and also externally. So that's a little brief synopsis about the Student Senate.
I like that. That's powerful, being the greatest in any university. That's awesome. Is the Student Senate active on campus? And in your opinion, is Student Senate an important thing to have on campus?
So to answer the first question, yes, Student Senate is highly active on campus. And do I feel that Student Senate is an important role? I do think so, because I believe that Student Senate is like the middleman or the bridge between students and the administration. So I guess we give like the voice of reason, and we are like the middleman between the two.
Oh, that's great. What does your position entail?
So as treasurer of Student Senate is a lot. So along with my title, I am the chair of the Fee and Finance Committee, which is a subcommittee under Senate. So I am one of 2 student representatives that sit on the Planning and Budget Advisory Committee, which is known as PBAC. And I also look at and approve all the 85 club budgets that we have on campus.
Whoa, 85? I didn't know we had 85 clubs. That's a lot of clubs to finance. Are you able to travel as a Student Senate treasurer, and if so, why?
So I'm able to travel as a senator, because I'm able to advocate for the student as a senator, and also to connect with other senators from other universities. So I am able to travel and advocate for the student population, not just for here at GSU, but also help out with other colleges and universities across the state of Illinois.
Oh, that's awesome. What's your favorite part of being in Student Senate?
So my favorite part of being a part of Student Senate is actually I'm able to engage with students more in my role as Student Senate, because in any other club, most of the clubs only pertain to a particular group, but as Student Senate, you are able to see a whole different side of the table and able to connect with students on a larger scale. So that's my favorite part of being part of Student Senate.
Hey. Well, what events do Student Senate hold, and how can students get involved?
So quite a few of our events that we have held so far is we have done Rock the Vote, which we encourage students, especially freshmen, to register to vote. And also we have, because of our political aspect of the Senate, we also sometimes have events where we bring legislators here, and we have like a Q&A, we have a forum to get their opinion or their side of the story as far as different scenarios or situations that happen down in Springfield.
Oh, wow.
And the students can get involved. They can easily come to our events. It's open to any students and all students. So we are not exclusive to any particular group, and they are able to come and partake in our forum and ask any question that they would like to ask.
Oh, I definitely want to get involved in Student Senate. What are the benefits of being a part of Student Senate?
One of the benefits of being part of Student Senate is network. And you're able to see and meet many faculty, staff, and administration that many times many students don't really get to meet. So you get to meet the president of the university, the provost, all the deans of the different colleges. And when you become more visible to them, they're able to connect you with different job opportunities and internships. So the network is one of the big aspects of being on Student Senate.
Oh, wow, and we were just talking about internships, so that's something that a lot of people would be interested in. Is there any requirement to be part of Student Senate?
Yes, there are. One is, of course, you need at least a 2.0 GPA, and you don't need any no academic nor behavior conduct issues. And one of the another way to get on Senate is you get a packet from Student Life, or you get it from Jaguar Connection. All you need is 25 signatures from students, and write a 250-word essay of why you want to be on Senate and what impact would you bring when you do join Senate.
That's exciting. As a dedicated member of Student Senate, how do you plan on spreading word that the group is on campus?
So actually connecting with the students, actually being more visible, and actually put my face with the students, actually have a conversation with them. And as I'm having the conversation, I can also promote Student Senate and their different events, and also have them, encourage them to come to our meetings that we have, and also inspire them to ask us any questions about any concerns that they might have. So that's one of the ways I am able to promote Senate and get them engaged.
Awesome, awesome. Do you have any concluding remarks before we wrap up the program today?
So I do. So my last remarks is for any student, a part of GSU that's not familiar or that's not a part of Student Senate, I would say always come up to our office, which is A2134, which is right next to Student Life, and you can ask us any questions that you want us to answer, and we'll give you a good answer, and we are able to advocate for you as to the best of our ability.
Awesome, yeah, advocation is great. All right, so we know you have a busy schedule, Van Moody, so we appreciate you taking the time out to talk with us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Definitely, all the time, anytime. Well, that about wraps up the show for us this morning, November 15th, 2017. Thanks from me and the rest of the crew, and thanks to Van Moody for being here. Join us again next week, and from everyone here at GSU Studio B in University Park, Illinois, you've just been twagged.